Oh, okay, so this is what a dead game looks like. Hey, what's up you guys, this is SGB618 here, and today I'm going to be talking about some mysteries and theories regarding the new Mario Golf game, Super Rush. Name aside, it actually looks pretty cool, and I'm not blind. I know that this game looks incredibly similar to this game, and well, we'll get into the details later, but from what we've seen in the trailer, so far it looks quite promising, and it could potentially be the best Mario Golf game. It does have a lot of potential, and it has a lot of fun things in store for us as well. But before this video starts guys, please comment down below, are you going to be getting this game when it comes out? What are your thoughts and what are your questions regarding the game as well? Let's start a conversation in the comments. But without further ado, let's just go straight into it. So like I said, this game looks incredibly similar to a game that we already have on Switch, being Mario Tennis Aces, a game that basically died, and I can't really think of anyone who really plays it anymore. No offense to anyone who actually is out there still playing it. But this had me wondering, from the moment that I actually saw the trailer for Mario Golf Super Rush, is Nintendo going to be recycling a lot of elements from this game over to Mario Golf? Or did they actually learn and improve, and is it going to be a different feeling game altogether? Basically what I'm trying to say is Mario Golf Super Rush just going to be a copy and pasted version of this game, but instead of tennis it's golf? I mean, what else did you think it was going to be? Basketball? Let's think about this. Mario Tennis Aces has a lot of things that Mario Golf Super Rush is promising to have as well. This game has online matches, and so does Mario Golf. It does have a pretty sizable and interesting character roster, both better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just saying that. And also it has a few Mario themed stages in it, and they didn't just do an Ultra Smash and just base it off of the real world setting. And obviously the character design and the overall graphics, that's probably the most baitest thing out of this. If you literally look at the covers for this game and Golf Super Rush, they look exactly the same basically. Mario and gang are wearing the same clothes. Personally, I actually think it's cool that they have a similar style between the two games, because it's sort of like Mario sports games kind of has its own style now. So I guess one mystery straight off the bat is this something that's going to be a continuous thing? As this is obviously going to be the next Mario sports game that has this sort of art style. If Nintendo makes any more Mario sports games for the Switch, which would be super cool because I don't think they're going to be bringing back Wii Sports, are they actually going to be bringing back this design about Mario wearing this sports cap and shirt, and you know, having an interesting Mario character roster for each game as well? Is this basically going to be a reoccurring theme, or is it going to be different every time? Who knows? Okay, so regards to online, I don't think it's going to be good. Obviously in the trailers they were running absolutely fine, the servers were completely fine, and there didn't seem to be any connection issues, because it was an ad for the game, so of course there won't be any issues. But I actually bet that this will be a super laggy matchmaking system, just like, guess what? I mean, don't get me wrong, you do have a handful of games that actually work really well with the service, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but then you just have the games where it just doesn't work at all, aka Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and of course this. Me holding it upside down basically encompasses how good it was, because it wasn't. The online was just super laggy, and there was just so many connection issues, it wasn't even funny, to the point that myself and lots of other people just gave up on it. Hopefully Nintendo did learn from this. They did look at the success and the overall functionality of Mario Tennis Aces, and obviously translate all of the good things about the game onto Golf if necessary. But if it was bad, like the networking system, hopefully they fix it up and it actually runs smoothly. Especially a game like this where the graphics are super like complex and super flashy and stuff. It would be really great if this game ran just as smoothly as something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a little bit of like item lag and things like that, but for the most part you can run the game and it works. So hopefully Mario Golf Super Rush is more in line with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which if you're really begging it is technically a sports game as well because it's go-karting. Nah. Instead of this game where you just got tired of it after the first round, where you just got a bit of lag. One thing that I really liked about Mario Tennis Aces was that we kind of had this monthly character system. It's like the DLC would be free for the month that character was available, so which will encourage players to keep logging in, playing in matches and things like that, and then they unlock the character roster that way and get some free DLC. I think that's a really cool idea, and I hope that Nintendo does that with Golf Super Rush as well. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. There are a lot of characters in Golf Super Rush that weren't in Mario Tennis Aces, and there are a lot of characters in Mario Tennis Aces that aren't in Super Rush. What they could do is, even if they'd done the exact same characters from Mario Tennis Aces and just translated all of them onto Golf Super Rush but with DLC and the whole monthly system, that will really be good for encouraging audiences to keep playing. And also it would just be nice to have a huge sizable collection of characters to pick from, and adding to the fact that we're actually able to play as our Mii in this game, that would actually be a super solid roster and maybe one of the best character rosters in any Mario game. So the question is, will Nintendo actually go through with that? I think that was probably one of the biggest successful things about Mario Tennis Aces, to be honest. I mean, like I said, it encouraged people to keep playing so that they can get some free DLC. It's a really cool trade-off, and I think it will be a great idea for both Nintendo and for the audience. Here's another question: are there going to be more stages in Golf Super Rush than there were in Aces? I know I'm comparing these two games a lot, but I mean, let's be real, these games are super similar. It would just be super nice if we had a lot more Mario themed stages. If anything, this would be super cool if this game was more in line with World Tour than Aces. Basically, that game was really good. It had a pretty cool roster and a great selection of, I almost said tracks, great selection of stages to pick from. And the thing is, even though that Wii Sports made a lot of sense to have just the basic golf course, in Mario it makes a lot of sense, and it's pretty much mandatory at this point to have Mario themed everything. So like, even if you throw some mushrooms in a grassy plain area or throw some pokies in a desert area, you kind of got to have some Mario stages in there, and World Tour was definitely packing in that department. So is Nintendo going to be referring back to that game when it comes to the stage selection? I'm not saying that they need to have retro courses, like bringing back old courses. That would be cool, and actually, come to think about it, that's another mystery and another theory, if Nintendo would actually bring back old courses or recreate them. But in terms of new courses, are they actually going to be using the old ones for inspiration? Are they going to be referring back to the old games, or are they just really looking straight forward and using this game for the art style, and that's about it? Because I think if that were the case, they'll be really limited themselves. So far, the stages that I've seen look really nice, and I don't have a problem with any of the ones that I've seen, even the desert one. I just think it would be quite cool if like they at least referenced a lot of the older golf games. However, I do think that this is a little bit unlikely because this game did not do that in the slightest. If you don't want to reference Ultra Smash, that makes sense, because Ultra Smash was a really lackluster game and just a pile of tumbleweed, if you want to call it that. It didn't really reference any of the past or even older Mario Tennis games. It just kind of done its own thing, which isn't bad. But if you're kind of trying to celebrate the series and kind of like push it forward, wouldn't it be cool for long-term fans to sort of have their little nostalgia trip with it, or just making the games bigger overall? You don't need to make everything fresh. Save yourself the trouble and just recreate things that have already been done in the past, kind of like what Mario Kart does with retro tracks. I don't know, it's a matter of time when Nintendo actually announces and shows off the game. Hopefully this isn't an Ultra Smash situation, which would be a lot worse. What I mean by that is that we see what we have so far, like this early on, but that's the actual game. You see what I mean? Hopefully Nintendo actually has some things that they just haven't showed off yet. I do actually have faith that Nintendo has a lot of things that they just haven't showed off yet. but this does lead to a lot of questions, obviously, which is obviously why I'm here making this video. Also, another question, how is that battle arena thing gonna work? Not only does it look similar to the main arena in Mario Tennis Aces, but it actually looks like it's going to be another online mode and possibly even a party feature. I'm just very curious to see how different it's going to be from the regular game mode, and is it going to be something along the lines of battle mode from Mario Kart? How that's even going to work, I don't know, especially for a golf game, but I'm really interested to see how that plays out as well. In terms of the controls, it looks very similar to Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Obviously in terms of motion controls, that's to be expected. Like, I'm pretty sure you like press a button and then you swing. That's pretty straightforward, and hopefully if they go the Wii Sports route and not the Tokyo 2020 route of overcomplicating buttons just for, you know, special effects and special moves and stuff like that, that would be really cool, and it would really be great for that casual demographic in terms of, you know, sporting motion control-y games. But what about the people who want to use the buttons? Well, that could actually be quite similar to, yet again, this guy. Mario Tennis Aces had really simple controls as well, even down to the buttons. So if it's just something that you just press and hold, or, you know, pressure sensitive things, that would be quite cool actually, and it will just save us a lot of trouble, thumb cramps and other injuries. And also, not all casual gamers like motion controls. Obviously, I've said in previous videos that casual gamers typically think that motion controls are the easiest to get used to because it's obviously natural, but not all of them want to get up and, you know, do some exercise. Some of them might just want to kick back and play a casual game, which is fair enough. So given that a simple layout as well, Nintendo will be winning, and hopefully Mario Golf Super Rush will bring Nintendo a lot of success and obviously money. Story mode definitely looks more interesting than Mario Tennis Aces. I do think that Mario Tennis Aces had some really cool boss fights, but the stages and even the boss fight that we saw, like in Mario Golf Super Rush, they just look grander and just, I don't know if it's because it's new. Maybe it's a bit biased because maybe I'm just excited that something new has popped up with this, but I don't know, this adventure just seems very unique. And especially in the Mario series, that's super important because obviously it can feel repetitive sometimes, New Super Mario Bros. But even with Mario Tennis Aces, it just got boring really quickly. They weren't really that difficult, and well, a lot of it just felt like you're doing the same thing. You're just running over there, hitting the ball, smacking Petey Piranha in the face, and then you just go on to the next boss and do the exact same thing basically. I am kind of scared that it's kind of going to be the same thing with Mario Golf, and especially with the bosses, because I mean, in a golf game, what else are you really going to be doing? But I do think it may be slightly better because of the new running mechanic. We've seen it, you know, throughout the gameplay presentation. You know, especially in the online mode, you can literally run around and it's always your turn. Obviously in the single player experience, it will always be your turn. So when it comes to boss fights and stuff, will we be able to run around in a 3D space and then hit the golf ball? I think that would be a lot more engaging, a lot more exciting, and overall just a lot more fun. Overall, Mario Golf Super Rush looks pretty promising. It's not my most hyped game by any means. Splatoon 3 defo has me in that department, but it does look like a pretty cool Mario Sports game, and as a person who isn't the biggest Mario Sports mega fan on the planet, it looks pretty good, I can't lie. The graphics look great, the modes look pretty fun, and overall it just looks better than this. Hopefully Nintendo fixes up the online, the boringness, the repetitiveness from Mario Tennis Aces, and hopefully we'll have a pretty fun sporting experience on the Switch. And only time will tell if this game will die just like Mario Tennis Aces as well. Try and count how many times I've referenced Mario Tennis Aces in this video. I've honestly lost count at this point. But anyway guys, that's going to be the end of today's video, so hopefully you did enjoy it. Please comment down below your thoughts on the points and questions that I made in this video. Did you agree with them? Did you not? Did you have the same questions? And let me know if you have any questions about the game presentation that we saw. that I may have missed in this video. Let me know, I'll be very interested to know. Anyway, thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.